Friends, the cannabis stock market is on fire. But here's the question on every investor's mind in 2025. Which stock has the real growth potential? Tilray or Canopy Growth? Tilray is aggressively expanding internationally, while Canopy Growth is building strong consumer brands. Both have huge opportunities, but also very different risks. In this video, I will give you a deep dive into their business models, recent stock performance and trends, growth drivers and market opportunities, risks you must know before investing, and the final verdict on which one could outperform in 2025. Stick around until the end because the answer might surprise you and could impact your next investment decision. Part 1. Tilray Business Overview and Recent Performance. Tilray Brands is a global cannabis leader with products in medical, recreational, and wellness segments. They operate in the United States, Canada, and Europe and are aggressively expanding their footprint. The current stock price is around $1.13. Recently, the stock surged 10% after news of European partnerships. Trading volume has been around 30 million shares, showing strong retail interest. Tilray's growth is driven by expansion into the European medical cannabis market, potential U.S. federal legalization, and strategic partnerships and acquisitions to diversify their product portfolio. However, there are risks. Tilray is dealing with NASDAQ listing compliance due to a low share price. Regulatory uncertainty in the U.S. and Europe remains a challenge, and competition is high from companies like Canopy, Cronos, and Aphria. Do you think Tilray's international strategy gives it an edge over Canopy? Comment TLRY if you agree. Part 2. Canopy Growth Business Overview and Recent Performance. Canopy Growth is one of the largest global cannabis companies with strong roots in Canada. They are known for premium consumer brands such as Tweed and Tokyo Smoke, and they are also expanding wellness lines. The current stock price is around $2.85. Canopy Growth has shown consistent and less volatile growth than Tilray. Their focus is on building brand loyalty and product diversification. Growth is driven by expansion in U.S. states where cannabis is legalized, development of cannabis-infused beverages and wellness products, and collaborations with beverage and consumer goods companies. Challenges for Canopy Growth include slower international expansion compared to Tilray, high operating costs that can impact margins, and regulatory hurdles in key markets. Which approach do you prefer? Tilray's aggressive expansion or Canopy's brand strategy? Comment CGC if you pick Canopy. Part 3. Head-to-head comparison. Tilray has a market capitalization of around $1.5 billion. Canopy Growth has a market capitalization of around $2.2 billion. Tilray focuses on global expansion and acquisitions, while Canopy Growth focuses on building strong brands and consumer loyalty. Tilray is more volatile, while Canopy Growth is moderate in volatility. Tilray has strong exposure to U.S. legalization, while Canopy Growth is selective. Tilray operates in Canada, Europe, and the United States, while Canopy Growth operates in Canada and selective European markets. Key takeaways are that Tilray is higher risk but potentially higher reward. Canopy Growth is more stable, brand-driven, with slower upside. If you had to pick one for 2025, would you go with high-risk Tilray or steady Canopy Growth? Let me know in the comments. Part 4. Future Growth Potential. Tilray's upside potential comes from the European medical cannabis market, strategic partnerships with European distributors, and U.S. federal legalization, which could double or triple revenue in the coming years. Canopy Growth's upside comes from strong brand recognition and loyal customer base, research and development in wellness and infused beverages, and predictable revenue streams with lower risk exposure. For investors, risk-tolerant investors might consider Tilray for high growth potential. Conservative, long-term investors might consider Canopy Growth for steady growth. Which strategy suits your portfolio? High risk, high return, or steady long-term growth? Comment below, Tilray or Canopy Growth. To summarize, Tilray is aggressive, international, and has potential explosive growth but higher risk. Canopy Growth is stable, brand-focused, and offers safer growth trajectory. Your choice depends on your risk appetite and investment horizon. If you found this comparison helpful, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more detailed stock analysis. Comment below which stock will outperform in 2025, Tilray or Canopy Growth. See you in the next video.